Hey friends, welcome back to WataVue Mountain. Yep, you guessed it, we're back at the mountain today. It's a chilly day, but that's all right. We're gonna mostly be working inside. Well, actually, that's probably gonna be the easiest part. As you saw in the description, we got some of this poplar left, so we are gonna sand this down, get it trimmed down, and we're going to put it in the back wall of what we're calling the bedroom. I think we'll have enough. We're going to do the same thing we did in the bathroom. So if you hadn't seen that video, check that out this way. That'll be the linseed oil. So we're going to get these all cut down, sanded down. The only difference is today I'm going to try to square up some of these boards because if you saw that bathroom video, you know all the boards, they're rough cut, so the edges aren't like your typical lumber that you buy, like say at one of the big box stores. So the sides aren't always straight. So I'm going to make sure they're all straight, and I'll show you that as we go. Hopefully the little trick that I saw on YouTube will work, and we can get these things straightened out. So thanks for coming. Thanks for checking us out. We're absolutely blessed to be here, to be on this journey, and to have you with us. So enough of me rambling. Let's get to busy. All right, so like I said, because these are rough cut boards, as you can see, here's an example of one that I cut off, right? So you see this is all crooked. Some of them have little things like that sticking out. So what I do first is I go to the end of the board, and then I just square it off. So I use my 12-inch speed square, just put it across there, and then I zip that one off. And then I look at both sides of this board to see which has the most character. So on this one, we'll go with this side, but as you can see, it's pretty dirty, and it's got the strapping marks on it. So I'm going to just measure this out. I know that we need to be 106 inches. So I'm going to measure that out, 106 inches. And we're going to mark that off. Square it up. Make sure we're still at 106. And then I'm kind of checking up and down on both sides of the board to see how close I am to being square, or, you know, yep, thank you. And then that'll kind of tell me if one side's a little wonkier than the other. And this one looks pretty good. So now, just to save myself some space when I'm sanding, I'm just going to go ahead and cut this off right here. And then we're just going to sand this down and keep on going. So we have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more boards to go. I already did about 6 boards. So fingers crossed that'll be enough. If not, we got a couple more inside. So let me get all this stuff sanded up, and then we'll see what's next. So we decided we're just gonna live with the gaps. We tried using a straight board. We used a 2x4 and double-sided sticky tape to try to square up a board. But the juice was not worth the squeeze, and my table saw wasn't cooperating, so we skipped that part. You didn't miss it. We did one little test run, and it was it was a lot of work on that portable table saw. So now we're going to go ahead and start installing boards. Sean got them all sanded up. We're going to do the same thing we did on the walls in the bathroom. We're going to do the linseed oil after we put the boards up. So it'll probably be actually tomorrow before we do the linseed oil. So I might do a whole separate video on that because that stuff stinks pretty good, and we don't want to have to. We're going to be sleeping here tonight. We don't want to have to smell it all night long. So enough of me jabbering. This is what we're going to do. Sean's on that side. We're going to get it up flush to the wall, and we're using these cut off pieces as our spacers. So they're about 3/4 of an inch, so that'll give us enough space for the floor. Is it back flush against that corner? Can you kick it back, or is it too long?
out now?
Yep. So, I mean, I'm off by like a hair. So.
Can you hammer it in?
I could, but we're gonna have to do it all the way up and down the thing. So I might just trim it. Let me see if I can just tap it in. Yep, we're tapped in. All right, now we're gonna check for level. I'm nice and level on this side. How do you look on that side, Sean? You see your bubble?
It's level.
Level. So we're level. We got a nice space at the bottom. We are using 18 gauge brad nails, 1.5 inches. So just so you know what we're using, I always like to tell folks. So now because we're kind of jammed in there, I might have to put my foot against it to get these nails in.
Did it go in?
Yep.
Oh. What am I doing wrong? All the way down?
Nope, just there. And then do about 6 in that corner all the way down.
Good?
Yep, I think we'll call that good. So now, you see the next one we're gonna have to cut out for these outlets. So we got an outlet here, an outlet there, and I moved them out just like I did in the bathroom, so that, you see, this stuff is about 1 inch thick, so I moved the boxes out so they're flush with the outside of this 1 inch board, as opposed to, say, 1/2 inch plywood or drywall or anything else. So let's get the other board, and I haven't decided if I'm going to measure or I'm just going to hold it up in front of this and then mark it out that way. Let me think about that, and then we'll do it. So we're going to kind of do a combination of both. We're going to measure and we're going to mark. So I'm going to, you see we got this next board sitting on top of the outlets. I'm going to mark on the bottom here. Actually, I'll mark on the front too, so I know right where to cut. So I'm going to mark there and there, and then I'm going to measure from the bottom. You know, of course, I can't see. I don't have my glasses on. Three and 1/8 on that one. 2 1/4. 2 1/4. So let's see, flip that down real quick. 2 1/4. What'd I say over here? 3 1/8.
3 1/8.
Okay, flip it down. 3 1/8. Okay. So now I'm gonna find an old electrical box, come up, figure out where to measure, and we'll cut this out. We'll be right back. Here are the marks. This is our 3 1/8 spot. So I'm gonna start with the speed square. I'm gonna come up to, I'm just gonna mark it right at 3 inches right there and make a mark. 3 inches just to make a mark. So I have somewhat of an idea. And then I'm gonna come up to make sure we're right at 3 1/8. So we are. So then I'm gonna take the box. I'm gonna line it up right there. And then I'm just gonna trace the outline of the box. I'm going to take my drill. I'm just going to drill a hole in one of these corners. I'm going to do the same thing over here. And then just skill saw it out. All right, moment of truth. And you see we flipped out the switches, or the sockets, so it'll fit flush. There you go. And we got a little extra space, as you can see, but that's okay. But it's sitting nice and flush on that board, which is really a bonus. Like I said, some of these are pretty cattywampus, so just a couple nails in each one. I do about 6 on the ends. Just to give it a little extra security at the ends. But there you go. And then the rest we're just going to throw them on up. We're going to run down the hill first. Our neighbors are doing a controlled burn, and it looks like it jumped over and is at the base of the mountain. So we're going to run down there real quick and check that out. We'll come back and give you an update. There's that smoke all the way around. And like I said, that looks like it's right down there at the base of WataVue Mountain. So we're going to run down there and check it out real quick. Take a shovel. So that was a false alarm. They cut the fire break. Actually, I might ride down there again later and I'll take some video. It's pretty cool to see how it came right after the fire break and stopped. But we're just going to keep going. So set your corner in there.
Ouch. Sorry.
That's all right. I dropped mine too. And then just for giggles, I'm going to make sure. No, we're nowhere near level. How about your side? Oh yeah, I see why. Look at this. I got a giant gap right here. So if I do that, now we're level. But now you got a giant gap on your side. I don't guess it really matters. The bed's going to be here and there'll be a nightstand here too. So we'll try to get it close to level and then we'll nail it there. Did I skip one? No. Yeah, we'll cover that up with a nightstand. 6 5/8. 6 5/8. We'll just go with 6 5/8. So now we got to rip this board long ways because that's 9.5 inches. We just need 6 5/8. So, gosh, insulation. Let me rip that down. We'll be right back. 6 5/8 it is. Got too much stuff, don't I? Oh no. Hold on, put the bottom in first. Nope. Dag nabbit. Where are we hitting? But I mean, okay. We'll take it down. Take off another 1/2 inch maybe. Because we're going to have something on the roof, so that'll cover that up. So let me go trim that down, and we'll try again. All right, let's try it again. I'm going to grab the gun. Or let's just see if it fits first. So, put the bottom in first. There we go. Like a glove.
You got it?
Yep. Still got nails in that? In the gun?
Yeah. What do I see?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Okay. This one.
Oh God. I did the wrong one.
Yep.
Seriously?
Uh-huh. Oh gosh. Yep, I was afraid of that.
Run out?
No, there's a metal bracket there. There's a metal bracket bracing that up.
Well, that one's in there real good.
Well, there you go. Easy peasy. Putting the boards up was the easiest part of the whole thing. It was just cutting all the other stuff. So there you go. Like I said, pretty straightforward. We have a couple of gaps here and there, but you know, put the bed here. We'll put some nice stands on the side. You won't even be able to see those. And then, like I said earlier, we'll come back later and do the linseed oil. Probably a whole separate video, just like I did in the bathroom. And then this wall will absolutely transform colors once we get that linseed oil on her. These knots and then this character really will pop out. And some will get real dark, some will get real light. If you're curious now, before that other video comes out, check out this video. I'll link the bathroom linseed oil video, and you'll see how much that transitioned as well. So that's it, pretty straightforward. Just make sure you have your California corners. I had to splice one in there because I forgot one on this side. And then, like I said, because this is 1 inch thick wood, I had to move all of our these two outlets out so that so they'd be flush on the outside. And pretty straightforward. The hardest part is just sanding all this stuff down. And then, like I said, we were gonna try to square them all up, but it was a ton of work on that little job saw I have. So if I had a bigger shop, it'd probably be much easier, but these boards are too long for us to be trying to balance all that. So we'll just live with the gaps. So there you have it. So enough of me rambling. Thanks for coming. Thanks for checking us out. As always, if you like what we're doing here at WataVue Mountain, hit like, hit subscribe, hit the little bell icon over there. And if you look up probably this way, another video, go check that out. I'm sure it'll be related to something to this cabin, but YouTube picks it because they know what you like better than I do. So thank you. Blessings to you and your family. Hope you're having a great new year. Thanks for coming. Till next time, be safe and God bless.